Get ready, it's only getting better. Love the new Runway fashions, but hate the prices? How to get the look for much less.
I saw something just like this at the Dior show.
And all this week, we're showing you how to maximize your money.
Sometimes you have to dig through items to find exactly what you want.
The do's and don'ts of buying and selling furniture on consignment. Plus, 5 common cooking mistakes and how to fix them fat-free from the Skinny Chef.
A lot of traditional one-pot meals use cheese, but you're going to save on fat and calories and also on the saturated fat, which can be bad for your heart.
And the ageless Christie Brinkley. She still graces magazine covers, but says her other job is more fun.
I love it. It's so much fun to, get to run around and be a rock and roll mom.
Hi everybody, it's Better. I'm Audra Lowe. Have you ever been at the gym and noticed all those people pedaling away on the stationary bikes and just thought to yourself, if we could only harness all that energy into one place? Well, one gym owner thought about that and he's actually beat you to it. It's a one-of-a-kind all-green gym. Plus, recognize these guys? Yep, they dance with the stars, but did you know they can also sing too? A sneak peek at the Ballas Huff Band. And getting serious for just a minute, it can happen to anyone. We're showing you how to beat identity fraud. Now let's turn it over to you, Kimberly.
Thank you, Audra. Hello, everyone. I'm Kimberly Moss. You might say time has stood still when it comes to this supermodel. Her signature smile is unmistakable and her beauty uncomparable. Christie Brinkley is posing for the July cover of Ladies' Home Journal, and this uptown girl talked with Better about her passionate causes, being a savvy entrepreneur and a mom.
It's been 17 years since Christie Brinkley dazzled us on the cover of Ladies' Home Journal.
It's been a while since I did the bathing suit cover. It was time to come back.
And she came back looking more beautiful than ever at age 52, posing for the July cover and having a great time doing it.
I don't get a chance to really get the big hair and tons of makeup. I tend to end up doing like the natural look a lot, so this is really fun.
The supermodel made history in the pages of Sports Illustrated.
I had 3 years in a row, it was always me, which was pretty amazing. And they gave me their first calendar, and I was the only girl in the calendar on every page, and that's never happened again either.
Pretty much everyone knows the name Christie Brinkley, and now they're getting to know her daughter's name too, Alexa Ray Joel, and Mom couldn't be prouder.
She just came home this weekend. We did like a listening party, and she brought like a couple new songs that she's just recorded, and we put them on, and oh my gosh, that little girl's got so much soul in her. It's amazing.
Christie's been a doting mom for more than 20 years.
It's been a long time since I've ever had a second to focus on myself. Every mother out there knows, once you have one child, it's about that child, And with 3 and my eldest, there was a 10-year gap. So, I've still got 2 young ones at home who keep me so busy, and I love it.
Of course, we had to ask about some of her beauty secrets.
A girl's best friend is probably sunblock, and it's something that I wish that I had used more of, because now at my age I can see the effects of the sun.
And she makes sure the kids protect themselves.
I chase them around, they're like, Mom, ah! I'm like, no, you'll thank me someday, believe me.
Christie is passionate about the environment. She's active in the Tooth Fairy project that measures contamination in children's teeth from radioactive waste from nuclear reactors.
As a mother, I'm very concerned because my first reaction was, oh my God, we've got to move. Well, where do you go? Their waste is the most toxic material that exists on our planet.
Christie Brinkley has pretty much done it all with a lot of flair, and now this artist who painted Billy Joel's River of Dreams album cover is using her artistic background to add designer to her resume.
I'm keeping a notebook of furniture designs and clothing designs.
She's created a line of eyewear and jewelry.
I am tiptoeing into the shelter industry now. I've just designed a line of sheets.
And add fabric to the list of designs.
It's going to be launching any day now in the Joann stores, and yeah, it's for crafty types like me. Go in and buy a bolt of fabric and whip something up with it.
Whether it's whipping up a great new design or striking the perfect pose, this supermodel and supermom is definitely still everyone's favorite uptown girl.
There will be lots more with Christie this summer in the July issue of Ladies' Home Journal. Audra?
Thanks, Kimberly. And speaking of models, they were out in full force at the recent Fashion Week shows in New York City, strutting down the runways in the latest looks from top designers. But if you don't have the cash for designer duds, and who does in this economy, what do? Mina's Jacqueline O is going to show you how to get a runway look for a whole lot less.
I'm Mina Jacqueline O. I'm here at New York Fashion Week. It is so inspiring to be here, to see all the great clothes, the models. This is the most amazing event of the year. Now, it is not realistic to be buying all the clothes that you see on the runway, so what I'm going to do is teach you how to put together a chic and stylish look without breaking your budget. Now I'm at Target, and I'm going to show you the same runway looks for less. I love this top so much. I saw something just like this at the Dior show. Wow, these two look so much like Marc Jacob. One of the great trends this season is everything going shorter, including dresses and little skirts, like the one I'm wearing today by Rebecca Taylor. It's from her spring collection. Now, if you don't want to go short on a dress or a skirt, you can always get a pair of shorts like this pair here. Get a gray color top, pair it on the top, wear it with sandals or heel, and you have a great outfit for the spring. Neon colors are actually huge this season. You can combine different colors that normally will not match to create a really great outfit that pops. You can put a bag like this with the outfit, and you have a great ensemble. One of the things I loved at the Rebecca Taylor show were her boho chic outfits. And at Target or someplace similar, you can get things just like that, but for less, like this outfit's here. It's a looser bodice with bell sleeves, and you have it as a tunic top, or you can wear it as a dress with tights. Spring wouldn't be spring without flowers. A great way to not have to invest in a whole new wardrobe is to get statement pieces that have flowers, such as this necklace here. Or for $24.99 here at Target, you can get a great flower bag. For this spring, don't be intimidated by what you see on the runway, because you can replicate everything for less.
Now better today, and here it is, the epitome of glamour. 5 gorgeous women and one amazing photographer celebrating 20 years of Badgley Mischka fashion. They range in ages, sizes, and experience, but one thing these famous women have in common is the love of Badgley Mischka gowns.
You know, growing up and looking at magazines and going, oh, I wish one day I could wear a dress like that. And to be able to be celebrating with them now in my life is kind of full circle for me.
It's also like sort of being a duchess, and I'm rarely a duchess. Rarely.
Thank you for bringing us together, gentlemen. Thank you. We're fans of your work.
And we're fans of her work. Legendary photographer Annie Leibovitz is shooting the advertising campaign that celebrates 2 decades of design for Marc Badgley and James Mischka. The pair have designed everything from bridal gowns and handbags to eyewear and jewelry. You'll see the beautiful photos in all of the big fashion magazines next month. Well, from fashion to music, they are amazing dancers, and the fact that they have a band on the side is interesting, right? Well, although Derek Hough and Mark Ballas can be seen by millions on Dancing with the Stars, they started out as friends in a band. Did you know that? The two have been playing together since they were 13, and their bandmates have been with them most of the way.
Our drummer Harry, I've known since kindergarten. Our bass player Sam's been with us for 7 years, and Emily we went to high school and college with. It's been a family affair, and we've been playing pubs and clubs in London every weekend for a long time. And
that's actually why we started dancing in the first place, is because we love music so much. You know, you hear a song like, oh, it's great.
You just want to move.
You just kind of, you know, get inspired. You kind of feel something kind of rush through your body.
We believe you, Derek. The Ballas Hough Band's debut CD, BHB, is available now. Well, Derek Hough's former Dancing with the Stars partner, Brooke Burke, is keeping busy after their big win. She's the voice of Cheryl on the new animated web series Only in a Woman's World. It's a comic strip type show that takes real-world experiences and gives them a twist of humor. Brooke says it's a lot like her own life with the chaos of 4 kids and a career.
That's kind of what this campaign is about. It's taking real life situations and making it fun for women so that we can laugh at ourselves a little bit and share, dish with our girlfriends and not take it too seriously.
To meet all 4 characters and watch episodes of the show, we'll put a link to the site on our website, better.tv.
Next on Better, it's your money. Earn some extra cash and still replace that outdated sofa.
We're going to teach you the ins and the outs of consignment shopping.
And
ever wonder what happens to the energy you burn? Well, here it helps power the building. We'll give you a tour coming up.
Better. We'll be right back.
It's time to talk about your money, and today we want to help you make a little more. Chances are you have some furniture from the last century that just isn't cutting it with your new decor. Well, if you're ready to let go, why not turn it into cash? Better design expert Jennifer Adams shows us how.
We're here in Palm Springs, the mecca of consignment shops, and I'm at my personal favorite, J&J Consignments out of Rancho Mirage, California. Tell me how this is done. How does somebody go about selling their furniture to a consignment shop or purchasing from you?
Usually starts with a phone call. Then we make an appointment to go see their furniture, see if it'll work for us in the store. We set the price and say you don't have to decide now. Read through our contract and you can call us again if you want it picked up.
Who is your standard buyer?
Well, mostly people that come down here and buy a new house, or they exchange a house, or they buy a rental and they need to furnish it.
This bed is only $3.99 for a queen upholstered headboard. That's a great deal.
Most people today are they're going dark. They're buying dark furniture. They're going conservative. Tommy Bahama's out, brass is out, blue is out.
Good.
Southwest is out.
Good.
Yeah, they're going more conservative. They're looking for value.
This table is one of my favorite finds that I've found in here. Look at this thing, is spectacular. It's only $5.99. I can tell you, I've personally designed a table very similar to this, and it costs $10,000 for the client to have it.
This is a terrific buy.
It has a leaf in it.
Does it really? Wow, that's outstanding. So if somebody is looking for a collectible item, they should really pick up the phone and start calling the consignment shops. Because
that's where the buys are, because our prices are probably 1/5 of retail.
That's amazing.
And today, antique stores have a very, very high markup.
Those mirrors are so tall. How tall is that?
Well, I'm over 6 feet, and that mirror's at least got to be 8.
That is huge. Where else are you going to find mirrors like that? And you've got a pair of them, too. That's great. What should somebody watch out for when going to a consignment shop?
Well, they need to ask around. They need to ask people that have consigned with that establishment before and find out if they got paid on time, if they actually got paid.
So if I came in and I wanted to buy this sofa here, could I say, here, I'm going to offer you $300 even though it says $3,000?
You can offer anything you want.
You just might
I'll
not
just
take
tell
it.
you honestly that whether we can sell it to you at that price or not is a different story, but we
people-
do our best.
Okay, good.
When somebody says, I'd like to make you an offer, we'll say, well, make us an offer, we'll try and get as close as we can.
Now, have you had any celebrities sightings?
Very true. We've had Drew Barrymore, Vanna White, Andy Williams comes in here very frequently.
See, so if the celebrities can buy from the consignment shops, the rest of us absolutely can as well.
The whole purpose of a consignment store is to offer quality and something exceptional for a great value.
Who would have thought you can get a piano at a consignment shop?
Yes, and this piano is a Baldwin, which was Liberace's favorite piano.
No kidding. All right, so obviously you can purchase anything you want at a consignment shop and you can consign anything. Make sure that you bargain, because that's where all the fun is. Thank you so much, Jerry, and thank you so much, Jim.
It's true, your trash could be someone else's treasure, or vice versa. To read more about this story, check out Jen's blog at jenniferadamsdesignblog.com. Now it's your turn. We want to hear from you. What's the best consignment buy you've ever found? The perfect china set, maybe an antique ring, or the perfect chair? Let us know. Email us at yourturn@better.tv. And don't forget to include your name and where you live.
Ahead on Better, identity fraud is on the rise. How to protect yourself with the Safety Chick. And stop the static. Our celebrity hairstylist shows you how. Better, we'll be right back.
Ask most singles and they'll tell you finding love isn't easy. But an exclusive matchmaking service is making life better for some people by taking the search to a new level. Here's Rachel with more.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch.
Finding the perfect mate. The tradition dates back centuries. Caveman would just club someone he thought was cute. Then came arranged marriages where parents would pick your partner.
Shanti, come and meet your husband.
And there have been countless bars, restaurants, and coffee shops where people try to make a match.
But nowadays, people are getting less patient and not willing to leave love up to chance.
Some have found success online, while others are opting for an even more discreet way to date.
Hi, Amy. It's Pamela from Kelleher.
Welcome to the world of high-end matchmaking.
I do have an introduction for you. Okay, do you have a few minutes?
This is Kelleher & Associates, an exclusive dating service you may have spotted in several magazines. Their ads say it all. Single, successful, selective, simply too busy? Then maybe you need the pros to make your personal life a priority.
I always consider ourselves like a headhunter for the heart.
Jean Marie Adams and Pamela Goodman are like love liaisons with more than 20 years of combined experience in connecting couples.
Well, I think in today's world, people are very busy. They don't have time. They're looking to meet quality caliber people, and they're just not going to find them out in the bar.
Finding that soulmate involves a serious screening process with background checks and extensive interviews, providing a discreet way to date since it's not online.
Mondays mornings our phone rings off the wall because people call and they've had their last online date.
It's the reason 25-year-old Eden signed up.
I was kind of tired of looking on my own. I wasn't having any luck. I didn't really enjoy going to the clubs, just the wrong types of guys there, because I work too much and I don't have the time to really waste on people that enjoy partying that much.
You got it. One more time, okay.
It was also the right choice for Cynthia and Al, who are now engaged after meeting through these modern-day matchmakers.
This is the wave of the future. People are not going to get any less busy.
This is true.
You know, whether it's internet, which is a lot less impersonal, something like this is a lot nicer because people have been screened, so you know you're pretty much getting people on the same playing field.
And you basically list, okay, this is my ideal person, if there's anybody like that out there that I would like to meet. And it's just amazing how they go out and they literally do that for you.
He's here in Vegas. I think he's been here 5 years.
But all this matchmaking doesn't come cheap, with fees ranging from $5,000 on up.
I can spend so much money on my bills and shoes and clothes. Why not on somebody that I want to spend time with? My time is more valuable than anything.
And with an 85% success rate and more than 400 couples like Cynthia and Al who end up making a lifelong match, for some, it certainly seems like money well spent.
It's amazing.
If only Caveman had this kind of courtship, he could have scrubbed the club.
For more information on high-end matchmaking and Kelleher & Associates, head to our website, better.tv. We'll put a link to their website.
Coming up on Better, the Safety Chick is here with tips to keep you and your money safe from ID fraud.
It looks just like the front of an ATM card. And what it is in the back is there's a card reader. And so they attach it to these ATM machines and it scans. And what it does is it reads the magnetic strip on your credit card, thus taking all your private numbers.
And the latest industry to feel the droop of the economy.
In the breast augmentations, I'd say that, you could say that things are down about 20 to 30%.
Better, we'll be right back.
Well, according to a recent national survey, 10 million Americans were victims of identity fraud in 2008. That's up 22% from the year before. And as the economy worsens, those statistics may be on the rise. So here with some tips to protect yourself from identity theft is Kathleen Beatty, also known as the Safety Chick. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Good to see you here. You have a book out called A Girl's Gotta Do What a Girl's Gotta Do, full of tips to help protect yourself. I really like this book a lot, too. And
thank you.
One of the things we're focusing on today is identity theft. What is the best way to protect yourself?
It just goes back to the common sense. You really want to protect your personal information, especially against identity theft. So with your credit cards, be diligent about writing CID on the back of your card, because then if someone steals your card, you then have to, you know, show another.
ID.
Exactly, it's common sense. The other thing is really be aware of shredding all your personal information, because there are dumpster divers. We've all heard, have you ever heard that term?
Oh, yeah.
Where they're digging through, and desperate times are a lot of people, crime is on the rise.
And I love the credit cards that have the photo on the front too.
Exactly.
I mean, you can't lose with that one there.
Exactly.
Either. Okay, and in terms of the ATM cards, you know, if you discover that you are a victim of identity theft, whether it is your ATM card or something else, what's the first thing that you should do?
Well, just to go back for a second, to really protect yourself, you need to monitor your credit card statements. And there's a lot of, you know, LifeLock is a company out there that does that. And also on your credit cards, you can have alerts for fraud alerts that you can get emails. I get email blasts that tell me when I open a credit card if, you know, something's going on. And so, you know, the most common way that fraudsters, is what they call them, change your account, take over your account, is by putting in change of address.
Okay.
And so get a monitor, you know, email monitor.
You'll get an alert to tell you that someone's trying to do something like that too. It's pretty scary. And we were talking about how much, you know, identity theft is on the rise. With the ATM cards, there's this new thing out called skimming.
Exactly.
So scary.
Exactly. And I actually have the device that they use. It looks just like the front of an ATM card. And what it is in the back is there's a card reader. And so they attach it to these ATM machines and it scans, and what it does is it reads the magnetic strip on your credit card, thus taking all your private numbers. And it usually is accompanied by a camera that's on the machine somewhere. So,
Kathleen, can I ask you a question, just off the bat? How are they able to get that onto the machine without getting caught? There's a camera there.
Well, but a lot of times they're not checking those cameras all the time. So, you know, surveillance cameras, they're not checking them all the time. So they can put them on very quickly. They cover, you know, they cover and they put them on really quickly.
And so what are they doing? Is there any kind of technology
that's out? Well, the wonderful thing is, you know, ADT came out with a great solution to the problem. And it basically is just, this is installed within the ATM system. And what it does is it detects if a skimming device has been attached to the ATM, sends a silent alarm into the bank, and provides streaming, you know, the video surveillance at the same time, and it stops the skimming from happening at the time.
So they can actually see. And is there anything as consumers that we can do to watch out when we're at the ATM?
I say 3 things. Observe, protect, and ask. So observe when you're at your ATM. Observe who's around you. You know, be aware of the shoulder surfers, be aware of that. Observe if there's anything on the machine. Again, this is kind of undetectable, but remember, there'll be a camera probably shooting down to watch you punch in your PIN number. So really observe that. Protect. Protect as you're punching in your PIN. Protect, you know, put your hand or your shoulder over it, and also take the receipt with you, shove it in your purse, and shred it when you get home. Exactly. And then ask your bank if it has a anti-skimming device from ADT installed in the ATM machines.
Good questions. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it. All right, and if you guys want to get other great safety tips for any given situation, you can pick up a copy of her book. It's called A Girl's Gotta Do What a Girl's Gotta Do, and it's available now.
There's still more of Better to come. Trying to save money and cook at home? Well, don't make these 5 cooking mistakes.
I've made this beautiful grilled cheese with turkey and arugula, and I use part skim mozzarella because I'm saving 1/3 of the calories in fat.
Plus, update your kitchen or bath with a little detail that makes a big difference.
It's going to really give the backsplash an interesting look. It's kind of funky, but yet it still has that traditional color.
Better, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Better. Hi, everybody. I'm Audra Lowe. Are you tired of brushing your hair and getting nothing but static? It's pretty annoying, isn't it? Well, our celebrity hairstylist has some tricks of the trade to help you get rid of it. Plus, an affordable way to give your kitchen that remodeled look without the remodeled price. First, let's turn it over to Kimberly.
Thank you, Audra. Well, how would you like to do something that benefits you and the planet? You can if you belong to the Green Micro Gym. We sent Brooke for a very powerful workout.
We know that going green is good for the planet and it's good for you. And here, the harder you work, well, I guess I gotta go faster. The more energy you'll generate.
We're a neighborhood gym that combines solar and human power to offset the energy usage of the gym. We create some of the electricity that the gym actually uses through human power. If I'm creating 50 watts right now and the stereo is using 50 watts, then essentially I'm powering the stereo.
And that's how just about every machine in the building works. What you put in is what the building gets. Nothing is wasted. The Green Micro Gym is the only one of its kind in the nation, focused completely on saving every bit of energy they can.
So when you come into the gym, you have control over whether you want the TV sets on or off, which ceiling fan you want to use, if you want to use any, and what level you put it at. And then with the treadmills, for example, that use electricity, we have a way that you can use it in powerless mode, which means it doesn't use any electricity. And then we also make sure that all those things are turned off when they're not being used.
Solar panels on the roof also help power the building, and they found doing this makes a huge difference.
We decided to find out how much electricity we use compared to a normal gym. And what we did was we had an all-on day, so we turned everything on just like a regular gym, a 24-hour fitness or whatever. All the TVs were on, all the ceiling fans were on, all the lights were on, the stereo, the computer, everything. And we left it on all day. And then we checked to see how much electricity we used, and it turned out that we used over double the amount of electricity that one day than we do on a normal day.
And local businesses are also involved. The more you burn, the more you earn.
If you create electricity for an hour, you get $1. And once you accumulate $10, then we'll give you a gift certificate. So it works for everybody.
So how many more hours do I have to go to get a free cheeseburger next door?
Free cheeseburger next door. You'd probably have to go another 9 hours or so.
Oh, great. I'm gonna have to take tomorrow off. I'm gonna be here a while. Guys, back to you.
Adam told us he'd like to expand the Green Micro Gym in the future, possibly turn it into a nationwide franchise. Audra?
Thanks a lot, Kimberly. Well, just when you think you're doing something healthy, like cooking your own meal at home, you might be surprised at what you find out. Jennifer Easterlow, otherwise known as the Skinny Chef, is here with the top 5 cooking mistakes that could be adding inches to your waistline. Welcome back. So surprise.
Glad to be here as always.
Breaking some good and some bad news as well. You always bring us alternatives though. So you're at home, you're trying to save some money and cook for yourself.
Right, and I think cooking at home is really the healthiest way to eat.
Okay.
And it's the easiest way to lose weight, as long as you watch out for the pitfalls.
Okay.
So today I'm going to show you how to avoid the 5 biggest cooking mistakes that could be making you fat.
Okay, you have a cute way of helping us to remember. The first one is don't be cheesy. Who can forget this?
I know, and I love grilled cheese. Who doesn't love ooey gooey melted cheese? But always opt for the 2% cheese or part skim mozzarella. I've made this beautiful grilled cheese with turkey and arugula, and I use part skim mozzarella because I'm saving 1/3 of the calories in fat.
Okay, and a lot of people cook with cheese. I mean, it's hard to avoid it
Pizza,
at times,
lasagna, a lot of traditional one-pot meals use cheese, but you're going to save on fat and calories and also on the saturated fat, which can be bad for your heart.
Okay, the next tip you have is don't be picky when you're eating. You mentioned that Julia Childs used to love to, have a glass of wine when she was cooking.
And every home cook likes to taste as they go along.
Right.
But if you're picking too much, that can add up to a whole meal's worth of calories. So as Julia Child says, I always have a little glass of wine, but I make it small, only 4 ounces. That way it's around 80 calories.
Okay.
If you have to graze, go for raw veggies. You're getting an extra serving of vegetables and not a lot of calories, and you'll still save space for that delicious meal that you're cooking.
And that really does help for you to eat that along the way, right?
I munch away, keeps my mouth busy while I'm making that big plate of lasagna with the low-fat cheese.
Low-fat cheese, you remember. Okay, the next tip here, you've got a lot of vegetables.
Don't be colorblind.
Don't be colorblind, right?
You want to make sure to get as many veggies on that plate. Gorgeous, colorful vegetables. Green are really great for your health.
Okay.
Cook them the low-fat way. It could mean inches to your waistline in just a couple of months. Plus, you'll be getting all the vitamins and antioxidants that you need.
Okay.
These vegetables dishes only took me 5 minutes to prepare.
And with the spinach, you mentioned you just add in a little bit of garlic. You add a little bit of flavor.
A little bit of
thing,
garlic,
right?
hot chili flakes, a drizzle of olive oil, little pinch of Parmesan. So easy. I slice them up, throw them in a skillet. A few minutes, they're ready.
And should we have 1 or 2 servings of?
2 at least, as many as you can fit on the plate. And then, of course, you know, go on to your carbs and your protein.
Okay. Now, don't be washed out is the next section. But what exactly does that mean when it comes to?
Well, when I think of washed out, I think of white processed grains, and people are used to cooking with that white flour, white rice, but I always go for the whole grain because it has bran in it. That's the brown part. And brown is better because it's high in fiber, minerals, it helps to fill you up. And these things are so easy to make fast meals with. We have whole wheat pita and whole wheat couscous. Again, cook up a meal in 5 minutes, pack your lunch, get the fiber in.
Were you the one that was telling me that it has antioxidants too?
It does. And
I didn't know that.
It's full of minerals. Bran is really important for intestinal health as well.
And there's a lot of new varieties out there at the store as well. So
there are.
choices.
Just make sure that it says 100% whole grain or whole wheat. And there's also a Whole Grain Council stamp that you can look for. It's a yellow stamp that says a Whole Grains Council on it.
Okay. Last but not least, don't be a grease monkey. But you've got olive oil here.
This is probably the biggest mistake that people make. Is, you know, when I'm visiting my friends in their kitchen and I'm watching them cook, and believe me, they get nervous, but you need to measure out the fat because just a flick of the wrist could literally mean pounds over a few weeks.
And I cook with a lot of olive oil. I know a lot of other people do. It's a healthier alternative.
Just because olive oil is healthy, it doesn't harm your cholesterol, doesn't mean it's fat-free. 1 tablespoon of olive oil is 14 grams of fat and 120 calories. So use your measuring spoons. If you don't have a measuring spoon, don't sweat it. Use a teaspoon that you stir your coffee with.
I'm just going to start eating air. For now, it's free.
Eat your vegetables.
Vegetables and some air. We'll mix it up a little bit. Thanks a lot, Jennifer. It's always good to see you, too. Kim, we'll send it over to you.
Great information, Audra. Thank you. And time now for Better Living headlines. Seems like milk really will do your body good, or at least the calcium it supplies will. Getting the right amount may be key to losing weight. A new study out of France's Laval University found boosting calcium consumption spurs weight loss. Doctors followed a group of obese women undergoing a 15-week weight loss program. They found women who took a daily 1,200 milligram calcium supplement lost about 10 pounds more than the women who took a dummy pill. The recommended daily intake of calcium is 1,000 milligrams. Researchers say sufficient calcium intake seems to stifle the desire to eat more. If you're taking medicine to control your cholesterol, it may be no coincidence you're also having problems in the bedroom. Statin drugs are effective and even essential for some patients to control their bad cholesterol levels. But after complaints from patients, doctors at the University of California, San Diego conducted a study and found there is a connection. As patients took statins and their LDL started to fall, so did their sexual pleasure. Last year, cosmetic surgeons said they weren't being hit by the economic slump, but this year, well, things are a little different. Patients are canceling consultations and rethinking expensive elective surgery like liposuction and facelifts.
The downturn that we've really seen has been more dramatic than anything ever experienced in cosmetic surgery in, say, the last 20, 30, 40 years. So you're really noticing it. You're noticing empty ORs where you used to see a lot of cosmetic surgeries done in the hospital.
The cash cow of the business, breast augmentation, is down as well, 20 to 30% for Dr. Glassberg, and down 60% in other areas like Los Angeles and Miami. Audra?
Thanks a lot, Kimberly. Well, here's one thing that you don't have to cut back on. Free advice from a celebrity stylist. If you have trouble getting control of that staticky hair, well, you don't have to fret anymore because Greg Janillo's here with a tip to smooth out the problem.
In the wintertime, you have to wear a lot of these hats, don't you? You know, and your hair is very dry and a lot of static comes with that. So here's a little tip for you. Instead of Static Guard, which I've told you about before, use a little bit of a fabric softener dryer sheet, and you take one, put it in your hat, throw it on your head and leave it like that when you're out to play. But you know what else? Go to Walgreens and get the cheaper version if you're going to use them this frequently. That's your double tip of the day.
And if you have a question for Greg and you want some hair advice, just email us at ideas@better.tv.
Next on Better, add some glass to your kitchen for a mini makeover.
Here you have glass, you have stone, a marble, and then you have a metal tile.
Plus, put some greens in your diet the easy way. We're back with Better right after this. Better is all fired up.
What? What did she say?
You heard right. fired up. It's the sizzling hot daily giveaway on Better. You could win top-of-the-line bakeware, cutlery sets, state-of-the-art kitchen appliances, plus so much more. Log on to better.tv and look for this banner. Click on it every day for your chance to win some smokin' kitchen products featured on cooking.com. Don't wait. This contest is just heating up. The Hot Daily Giveaway, brought to you by cooking.com and Better.
In this economy, home improvement projects may be forced to take a back seat when it comes to your budget. But what if you could get a whole new look for your kitchen or bathroom without breaking the bank? Take a look.
Ever since purchasing her home 5 years ago, Shira knew that she wanted to renovate the kitchen.
I always hated the floors, the cabinetry, the backsplash. I just knew that I had to redo it at one point.
But a complete kitchen remodel can cost $20,000 or $30,000, something not in the budget for her family. So she decided to get a new look for less by redoing the backsplash with glass tile.
It's easy to clean, it's functional, and I like the way it looks.
Glass tiles, also known as mosaics, are a growing trend in kitchen and bathroom decor, with homeowners replacing their traditional plain white ceramic tiles with something a little more artistic.
Because you could have different shapes, different textures, different colors mixed together.
Eli Meklovitz of GlassTileStore.com says mosaics are a great way to update and bring style to a room without spending a lot of money. By keeping your cabinets and changing up your backsplash, for example, you can get a whole new look for less than $1,000.
The backsplash, that's the canvas, and that's really where you want your art. You might want a clean art, you might want interesting Jackson Pollock in your backsplash, you know?
The tiles range from traditional.
This is a stained glass. The color is actually stained into the glass. You have some golden swirls in there.
To wild.
This is our new line. It's called Motion Solar. It's going to really give the backsplash an interesting look. It's kind of funky, but yet it still has that traditional color.
And everywhere in between.
Over here you have glass, you have stone, a marble, and then you have a metal tile, kind of decorative pieces.
As for Shira, she's excited to get started on remodeling her kitchen with glass tile.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to be beyond ecstatic. I've literally been thinking about this for years, and it's definitely time.
The options are endless. Thank you, Audra. And glass tile can vary greatly in price, too. So experts suggest you shop around both at home improvement stores and online for the best deals. Audra?
Today's fresh tip from Tony is about a leafy green that packs a powerful nutritional punch, even in the baby stage.
Well, today's tip of the day is going to be with baby spinach. Did you know that baby spinach is the #1 way right now to buy spinach? That's right. Prices are coming down because it's so popular to buy it this way. More stores are carrying it like this. And not only that, it's already clean. It's the baby leaf, which is tender and mild. And take a look at this display. And this is how you want to buy it. You see this here? You want to make sure that baby spinach is nice and green, free from any yellowing in display whatsoever. And make sure that display is free from moisture. If they have one of those sprayers and the water sprays it and it's loose like this, it's going to decay. When you bring it home, by the time you use it, forget it. It'll be ruined. So you want to buy it nice and dry, just like this. When you bring them home in the plastic bag, open up that plastic bag so they can breathe. Shelf life is very short, 2 to 3 days at the most. Now, the nutritional value of baby spinach is like the regular spinach. It's loaded with nutritional value. Vitamins and minerals. I can spend the next minute talking about the benefits, the nutritional benefits of baby spinach. So in the market, when you see it like this, buy it right, select it properly, and you can enjoy baby spinach salad that is out of this world. Spinach like this, we don't have to cook. Just throw it into the salad. And if you do cook with it, minute or two, take that back. 30 seconds and 50 seconds, it's done. And I'm Tony Tantillo, your fresh grocer. And always remember to eat fresh and stay healthy.
And Tony has all kinds of produce tips just waiting for you on our website, from apples to zucchini. Check it out on our website, better.tv, and then click on the Fresh Grocer tab. Stay with us. Better will be right back.
Next time on Better, platinum recording artist Gavin DeGraw and
how to talk with your kids about your money and the economy.
That and so much more next time on Better.
For It's here now. We have a couple of hot topics we'd like to share with you at home, some things we think you'll find of interest. What'd you bring today?
Well, if you have kids at home, then chances are you might have a little bit of junk food at home.
Just a little.
Yeah, just a little. It seems like the more that you have kids at home, then the chances are you have the chips and the Doritos and stuff like that. When I was growing up, I always wanted those types of things. And when I had friends come over, I was like, there's nothing to eat here. We should go to your house. Because my parents were really strict about what we ate. But in Better Homes and Gardens, they have an article in here on how to survive your kids' diet. And so instead of buying potato chips, they suggest buying cereal snack mix or baked whole grain crackers. The Chex Mix only has 5 grams of fat.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're saving a lot of fat there. And then the whole wheat crackers will help fill them up faster because it's the wheat, so that'll be better. Instead of bologna sandwiches with mayonnaise, try low-fat turkey with mustard or horseradish. 100 calories in each slice of that mystery meat is how much you'll get. Yeah.
And there are many mystery meats out there.
There are. So deli turkey has about 50, and then mustard and horseradish has about no calories at all.
And horseradish is a nice way to kick it up and try something different on a sandwich.
Or Dijon mustard. Yeah, I like that. Instead of ice cream, buy frozen yogurt tubes. There's about 300 calories in a cup of ice cream. And if you buy those Yoplait Go-Gurts, you can just freeze those, and there's about 70 or 80 calories.
Hey, that's a great idea.
And I like those just as much. Mac and cheese, instead of that, buy noodles with olive oil and grated Parmesan. Macaroni and cheese, it's quick and filling, and it's easy because your kids can probably make that on your own. So they suggest boiling the noodles ahead of time, putting them in a plastic baggie so the kids can just grab them out, heat them up, put a little bit of olive oil on them and Parmesan cheese, and there you go. And that's going to save you a lot of calories right there.
Awesome.
And flavorful. And then it helps you, because I think it would be really hard to have kids in the house, and you're going to want to snack on that stuff too.
Of course.
So maybe you'll save yourself a little bit of calories.
Yeah, once in a while, just in moderation.
Yeah.
Okay, have you seen those commercials for the products that will help ease your upset stomach? They have probiotics in them. Often it's the yogurts and things like that. They're very popular right now. A lot of times we have the upset stomach, according to doctors, because of stress. The good bacteria is upset. Could be anything, could be illness. Well, there's an article in the latest issue of Family Circle with the yummy cupcakes on the cover.
I just want to lick that.
You can when I'm done here, but I need to talk about something real quick. These are great. They can help you out overall, is what they're saying. A few of these probiotic enhanced food products may settle the occasional stomach ache, but what they're saying is you might want to just start taking probiotic capsules. They range from $20 to $40 for a 1 to 2 month supply, depending on what you buy. What you want to look for is at least 1 billion colony-forming units per serving. There are so many different ones on the market. So 1 billion colony-forming units per serving. The reasons you want to take these probiotic capsules, maybe you're on an antibiotic. Sometimes antibiotics upset the good bacteria, get rid of it. Probiotics going to help balance it out and not make your tummy so upset and have other things going on. If you're traveling, maybe you're going to a place where you're not used to the food or the water, that can also help balance things out. And if you're suffering from irritable bowel disorder, a lot of people have that. This is a way also to help that good bacteria balance things out for you. So what you want to do is probably talk to your doctor, or at least talk to an expert on probiotics. They're becoming so popular now. It's a way that you can cut down on your stomach aches, especially if you eat a lot of junk food or foods that aren't really the healthiest, because the healthier foods have those nutrients and antioxidants that are going to help your system digest better. So all kinds of reasons we get tummy aches.
And stress has a lot to do with it too, doesn't it? I know that cortisol just hangs out there.
There you go. Yeah.
So work out too.
There you go. We'll be right back.
And now it's your turn. We want to hear from you guys. What's the best consignment buy you've ever found? Maybe furniture, jewelry, or clothing. Let us know by emailing us at yourturn@better.tv. And don't forget to include your name and where you live. Kimberly?
Thank you, Audra. After several years working on solo projects, Fleetwood Mac is back together and back on tour. Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham recently spoke out about the chain that keeps the Rock and Roll Hall of Famers together.
Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise.
The Mac is back. Fleetwood Mac has hit the road for the first time in 5 years.
We don't make comebacks. No. We're not coming back. We never went away.
The Unleashed Tour features a parade of hits from Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham, John McVie, and Mick Fleetwood. At one point, Sheryl Crow was rumored as a replacement for fifth member Christine McVie, who retired from the group in 1998.
When I told her, you know, how difficult Fleetwood Mac was, it's like being in the Army. Once you sign up for Fleetwood Mac, you have no life. You have no opinion and you have no life. And she called me back and said, I think you're right. I think I'm going to pass.
Tension has always been part of the Fleetwood Mac legacy, mostly fueled by breakups and makeups within the band.
If Lindsey and I had just been happy, 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 there would have been no go your own way.
Back in the 70s, emotions were heightened by life in the fast lane.
The tabloidism that exists today would have probably eaten us alive.
Instead of hiding their romantic ups and downs, Buckingham and Nicks have often played them up.
We could walk on stage and have our own little almost love affair and have the whole audience go, oh my God, they're getting back together. You know, and we'd be like, they're falling for it. You know, we could totally play it. And we did, and we do, and we always will.
Tomorrow on Better.
It's a trend of the times, women earning money but still staying at home, how they do it, and how to teach your kids a lesson about the current economy without scarring them. Plus, a young singer-songwriter on his way to becoming a household name, Gavin DeGraw. All of that and much more tomorrow on Better. I'm Kimberly Moss.
And I'm Audra Lowe. Have a better day, everybody. We'll see you next time.